When did we get to this mindset of doing the bare minimum is doing a lot or doing too much? Opening a car door for a woman, that's not doing too much. That's literally the bare minimum. You should do that. You should want to open the door for your woman. Like, I feel like that's a requirement, if you ask me. Like, that's a requirement. And some men will make it seem like that's such a big deal. Like, oh, you can't just open the door yourself, or, that's just a lot to be doing. Excuse me? But then, those are the same men that turn around and say, I want to be treated like a king. But do you treat your woman like a queen? Because if I'm not getting queen treatment, why would I dare give you king treatment? That makes no sense. You don't even want to do the bare minimum. Like, make it make sense.
And yes, we all have those experiences. When we just go out or date guys, they used to do the bare minimum. And those experiences are no fun because we as a women, we want romance. We want to feel that we've been loved or that we feel loved. But these guys, they just do the bare minimum, or in the beginning they do the most, they do a lot, and then they start doing the bare minimum. In this video we have experiences, we have I will teach you what can you do, and also we will have other people that will tell us their own experience, okay? And what is the bare minimum and what is not the bare minimum. Stay towards the end because this video is going to be really interesting.
I don't know need to hear this, but ladies, everybody's bare minimum is not the same. There's levels to bare minimum. Not all of y'all are receiving the exact same things from men. There are some women out here that receive very expensive and lavish things on top of getting the utmost levels of reassurance and appreciation and stuff like that. But the problem comes in when the women that haven't received much from men at all start looking at what those other women are receiving, and they start to compare bare minimums. Like, if you a woman who has never gotten a bouquet of flowers from a man, you should be appreciative when a man gets you a bouquet of flowers. Just because a girl you follow or a girl that you know looks at a bouquet of flowers as bare minimum for her life does not mean it's bare minimum for your life. She probably has gotten mad bouquets of flowers in her day. So yeah, for her, it's probably regular. But beggars can't be choosers. If you've never had it, your bare minimum level is not on the same level as a woman who has had it before.
The psychology behind bare minimum men. Since most of the people that view my content are women, I'm going to try to shed some light on this narrative and help you guys understand the psychology behind a man who is bare minimum. First and foremost, the bare minimum man will give you enough to keep you interested, but not enough to show you any sense of real commitment or security. This is someone who is psychologically and emotionally dangerous because they've mastered the art of balance. The texting and communication is very sporadic and random. The plans are very vague and arbitrary, and the affection he decides to give you is very measured in careful doses of just enough. It's all a game of confusion and ambiguity, which leaves you constantly questioning his intentions toward you, his feelings toward you, and your place in his life. This leads you to a state of perpetual uncertainty where you become addicted to the highs of his sporadic attention and the lows of his frequent disappearances. This leaves you craving more, wanting more, needing more, yet at the same time you're uncertain if he's even able to give more. Another thing that the bare minimum man has mastered is the seduction of uncertainty. That ambiguity and uncertainty keeps some women on their toes by creating a sense of anticipation and excitement that is hard to resist. Yet, this uncertainty and ambiguity breeds a certain level of anxiety in which you don't know whether to hold on or to let go. One of the main reasons as to why this is possible and it happens is because of an addiction to potential. What I mean by that is the bare minimum man is an expert at showing glimpses of the things he could do potentially. The commitment that he could show her, the relationship that he could create for her, the memories he could share with her. And unfortunately, this is the vision that a lot of women are captivated by. They're captivated by the vision that could be, the potential, not what actually is. And I don't blame them. It's an intoxicating idea. The notion that you're the one who inspires change in someone, it's very fulfilling. So as a result, what do women do? They invest time, they invest effort, and they invest energy, hoping that the potentiality could become an actuality. Let me just say this. If a man who does not want to change on his own, nothing you could ever do to him will ever make him want to change. So there was a little bit of the psychology behind the bare minimum man. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, or share this with someone who you think might find it interesting.
Reasons why he's keeping you around, even though he's doing the bottom of the barrel, bare minimum. All right. So ladies, listen up, pay close attention, and do better. Number one, it's an ego boost for him. It's an ego boost for him because he knows that he can have you as an option. You know what I mean? And he knows that you're always going to be there to take him back, even though he doesn't do anything to deserve any of you. Number two, because you don't have standards for yourself and respect yourself, he knows that he can disrespect you and treat you any kind of way. All right? He knows that he can leave you on red. He knows that he can ghost you for about a week or two. And, you know, when he's ready to come back into your life or hit you back with a text, he know that you're going to be right there. You know what I mean? Because you don't respect yourself enough. And he's not going to reap any consequences for disrespecting you. And number three, he knows that you're going to give him full access. Full access as if you his wife or his woman, even though he hasn't committed to you in the slightest. Sis, do better. Like and share part 2.
Single ladies that are dating, whether you're on the apps or you're dating in real life, I need for you to understand, when you keep your cards close to your chest, that man will never know if you up, down, if you all around, if you into him, if you're not into him. It's his job to pursue you. And if he's not outwardly pursuing you, and what that looks like, he's calling you every single day. You're having a conversation with him via FaceTime, via hello, Tyrone, talking on the phone actually, and or texting. Texting you into an early grave is not communication. That's lazy man's work. That's what a dude do when he could be on the toilet, when he could be on the Ferris wheel, when he could be hanging upside down from a tree. That's not actually effort. That's just something that he does when he gets around to it. You're not someone that he does when he gets around to you. Either you're a priority or you treat him like you're his blood relative. Period. It's simple. Until he starts pursuing you, planning dates, going on breakfast, lunch, brunch, you will assume, the only time you make an assumption is you will assume he's not into you. He's not into you because you're not with him. You're not in a relationship with him. He's not asking you to be exclusive with him. He's literally just texting you every day, all day. Lackluster effort. Block him. I dare you to block the next guy who gives you low level effort. Do it today. Do it right now. Do it after this. You got it? Coach B. Wiley.
Ladies, always remember that you can't change a man's lack of effort or his spending habits on you when he already set the bar to bare minimum. So, allow him to do what he wants to do so you can see what he chooses to do and then act accordingly.
Listen, men, I honestly don't mean to insult you, but going to work and mowing the grass and fixing the car and the house and cleaning the gutters aren't examples of showing up in your relationship. It's the bare minimum when it comes to your relationship because you would do all that stuff even if she wasn't around. And I get it, I've lost 90% of you because you're immediately triggered and you feel unfairly blamed. Yeah, I'm the same way, but it doesn't matter. You wouldn't have listened regardless of what words I chose. And when you guys get divorced, not saying it's your fault, just saying when it happens, you're still going to be going to work. You're still going to be mowing the grass and fixing your car and pressure washing the driveway. You don't get to use those things as the primary ways you're showing up in this relationship. If all you're doing is stuff you'd be doing anyways if she wasn't around, that's not contributing to your relationship together. And I know your mind immediately drifts to her and what she's doing, and she's doing the same thing. Stop it. Stop deflecting accountability towards someone else. I know she has work to do. That has nothing to do with why you haven't started doing your work. And the first work you need to do is starting to learn how to stop blame shifting and start taking accountability for the actual state of your relationship. It's a simple question. How are you both building intimacy together? How are you both cultivating closeness and connection and friendship? How are you prioritizing each other's love languages and emotional needs? What barriers are in the way? And what are we doing to remove them? And if you don't know, great! I didn't know either. But I stayed at I don't know for far too long, and I was too prideful or embarrassed or fearful or oblivious to actually find out what love requires of me, what any relationship needs to survive. Don't do that. Because you know what I found out? Prioritizing her in the relationship, serving her, honoring her, elevating her, not in status, just out of respect. That didn't just benefit the relationship, it benefited me. It turns out selflessness is the key to selfishly getting the relationship you actually wanted. I'm not saying you aren't putting in any effort. I'm not saying I want you to only give to someone who neglects you. I said, let's make sure either partner isn't feeling neglected, because we should care about that stuff, right? And there's a chance, just a small chance, that your partner feels like things are a little uneven in certain areas. They feel a little unappreciated, a little neglected, and they don't think you care. Do me a favor and prove them wrong by asking before it's too late.
You know what I just realized? Dating a broke nigga gotta hurt because that nigga ain't never got no money. Y'all niggas ain't fooling me. I know why y'all be mad at a nigga like me when I say tricking fun. It is fun because I got money to blow. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't just be like, huh, here go 2,000 because you having a bad day, or huh, here go 2 more thousand, go get your hair and your nails done, or huh, just go out of town and have fun. I know why y'all niggas be mad. You niggas ain't fooling me.
Because trust me, there's guys out there that will do whatever it takes to get you, like to court you. And there's guys who really don't want you, but you know, they like the hooking up part, they like things like that, so they'll do the bare minimum to keep you around. And some girls, I don't know why, get attracted to that. Like, get attracted to guys who do the bare minimum.
Ladies, you got to be careful about dating bare minimum men. You know the men that just do enough to keep you from leaving, like give you just enough attention so that you don't feel totally neglected. No, these men can't love you the way you want to be loved, and you know it. You need to find somebody that loves you out of abundance, somebody that's thoughtful without you asking, someone that wants to go the extra mile, not just somebody that gives you just enough attention to keep you there, but not enough to elevate this relationship.
Let me tell you something. If you think that I pay all of my bills, my rent, my condo, get my nails and my toes done, feed myself, go out to eat whenever I get ready, pay for my hairstyle, pay for my lashes, and you think I'm gonna let you come over here and do the bare minimum? The bare minimum? And I go hard for myself? Get the fuck out of here. Go eat dog shit.
I have a question for the men. Why go over the top? I'm talking above and beyond to get this woman, get her, and then start giving her the bare minimum. For example, all of a sudden, you don't know how to communicate. But in the beginning, you knew how to communicate well. You was consistent on the communication. All of a sudden, you don't know how to encourage. But you was very encouraging in the beginning. Everything gonna be all right. I got you. You knew how to do all of that. All of a sudden, you don't know how to compliment. When all you did was give her compliments. Good morning, beautiful. What happened to all of that? All the financial gestures. Like when she goes to get her hair done. You asking her how much was it? She tell you how much it was. You automatically, pow, hit her with the cash app and giving her half. Oh, I went and got my nails done. How much was they, babe? That was a 60 ball. You automatic, pow, hit her with the 30 ball. What happened to all that? Why do we go above and beyond in the beginning, get them, start giving them the bare minimum?
The real gold diggers are the men who expect their woman to take care of them, clean their house, wash their clothes, give birth to their children, manage their emotions, carry the mental load of the family, and still go to work and split the bills 50-50, often while earning less. And the crazy part is they call that a good woman. No, you just described a maid. Let's be real. Y'all men don't want a partner. You want to date your mother.
I think where a lot of people mess up at is by thinking that just because you don't require much or ask for much, that they can give you the bare minimum. That is not what that means. Just because you don't ask for much or require much from a person does not mean that they can give you the bare minimum and get by with that. You deserve so much more than that, and you better demand that love and respect that you deserve or keep it pushing. You are not wrong for not settling for things that you do not deserve.
I think a lot of y'all are really confused on what the bare minimum actually is. The bare minimum is not consistent communication via phone calls and text messages. The bare minimum is not planning dates. The bare minimum is not good night texts and good morning texts. That is just average, basic human decency. And what's really beginning to happen is people are glorifying bare minimum. What the bare minimum actually is somebody showing up in that relationship like they fucking love you. It's showing up at your house unexpectedly with flowers. It's sending you coffee at work when they know that you're tired that day. It's doing things to alleviate stress in your life. If your car needs an oil change, taking it for an oil change. If you need help with things around the house, it's rubbing your feet after you had a long day. It's actually wanting you to be a part of their life and wanting to be a part of your life. Doing all of the unspoken things without having to be asked to do it. Because we're really out here glorifying the bare minimum. Because bare minimum is not consistent communication. Bare minimum is not taking you on a date. That is, I don't know what is below bare minimum, but that's what it is.
Keep all that bare minimum treatment far away from me. I need the moon and the stars. Matter of fact, go grab me a star and bring it to me, okay? Period.
Bare minimum in a relationship. Let me tell you something right now. If you gotta beg for the basics, something's wrong. I'm talking about the simple stuff, the things that should be automatic. You shouldn't have to plead for someone to spend time with you, to communicate with you, or to just treat you like you matter. Let me ask you this. How many times have you found yourself begging for the bare minimum, and did it ever feel right? Nah, because begging doesn't belong in a relationship. See, if you're constantly begging, that's their way of showing how little respect they have for you. And listen, it doesn't matter if it's a friend, a partner, or even family. If you have to keep asking for the basics, it's a sign they're never gonna step up. Begging might get you a short-term response, but long-term, you're setting yourself up for a lifetime of disappointment. You want real growth in a relationship? Find someone who gives without asking. If respect isn't there from the start, it never will be. So, if I gotta beg, I'm out. I'd rather walk alone than drag someone along just to get what should be natural. Hit that follow button for more on leveling up your relationships. And remember, respect starts with the basics.
And here's the truth no one ever wants to admit. If someone is giving you the bare minimum, it's not because they don't know how to give more, it's because they don't want to. You know, respect, attention, care, effort. These are not skills that people need to figure out or learn how to do. They already have the tools. They already have the education. They're intelligent. And if they're not giving you those things, it's not because they're confused or still trying to find themselves. It's because they've chosen not to show up for you. So let me ask you this. Why the hell is anyone begging for this? Why are you lowering yourself, shrinking yourself, just to get some scraps of love or attention? When you beg for the minimum, you tell this great universe something dangerous. And what you're saying is, this is fine, I'll settle. And that's the message you're sending out, that you're willing to accept less than what you truly deserve, and you know you deserve better. You weren't placed here to plead for breadcrumbs, and you weren't created to wait ungodly amount of time for someone to see your worth. So why in the hell you settle for someone who only gives you the absolute least?
PSA, can y'all hoes, you other women, can y'all stop being so easy? Because these men put in zero to no effort, because it's a lot of y'all running around here being easy, and then it's people like me that do exist that are not easy, and then when they come across me, they be like, oh my God, you're asking for too much. Why would I ever have to do all that? And in actuality, you should have been doing that. Just saying.
They don't cheat. But no flowers, no surprises, no dates, no texts for hours. The truth, laziness can destroy love just as much as lies. You know, it's not always the big betrayals that break a friendship or break a relationship. Sometimes it's the lack of effort, the slow fading, you know, the way you stop feeling chosen. So you deserve more than I didn't do anything wrong. You deserve someone who does something right. The check-ins, the random hugs, the just because moments. That's love in action. So if you're still sitting there convincing yourself that it's enough just because they're not cheating, ask yourself, are you loved or just tolerated? Because the bare minimum is not romance. It's disrespect dressed up as peace.
If a man can't provide you with these 3 things, he's not ready to be in a relationship with you. Number 1, security. If he does not want to provide security for you, he's not ready for you. Number 2, loyalty. If he is not ready to be loyal to just you, he's not ready to be in a relationship with you. And number 3, financial stability. If he is not ready to provide for you as a man, he shouldn't be having you as a woman. Okay? Men need to provide, keep a woman safe, and be loyal. Bare minimum requirement.
And yes, we made it towards the end of this video. Please don't forget giving a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. These videos are completely free. I only ask you to help to spread the good karma, giving a like on subscribe and subscribing to my channel. You guys take care. Thank you. Bye bye.